This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, good morning, good evening.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. So we will give a couple of minutes for others to join, and
Good
then we will
morning.
start our day one session. Yeah. Once again, welcome everyone. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. So today, AppDynamics Day One session. Okay. So in our previous session, we discussed about what are all the course content that we are going to cover as part of this journey. So now, what we are going to do, we are going to um, start from the first topic. What are APM tools? Okay, so APM tools. Just a minute, I'll quickly launch my notepad. Yeah. APM tools means what? So application performance monitoring or management. Okay, management. Application performance monitoring or application performance management. This is actually called as APM tool. APM tool. Why? Because it is not only monitoring your servers, activities, and everything, it is also managing certain things. That's the reason nowadays people are calling it as application performance management tool. What are the key activities that we are doing? Okay. So basically, these APM tools, what it is actually doing, it is actually doing your browser level monitoring, and it is also doing your server level monitoring, and it is also doing your uh, um, database level monitoring. Okay, so like this, different activities are performed by these APM tools. Now we have the question: why we have to move to this APM tool? Why not other tools can be used? That question will come usually. Say if you go to traditionally, I mean some 5 years before or 10 years before, like that, if you are going, where we need to use, say, like profiling tools, which is for code level analysis. Okay, and you will be using server monitoring tools, and you will be using browser level single user testing tools. Okay, like metrics, GT metrics. Okay, Y slow, Y slow, or even web page test. Okay, even your dev tools like that. Okay, these are something like browser level. You wanted to get it. You are using certain tools, and then your database monitoring tool. Database, even database profiling tools are there. Okay, SQL profiler are. or Oracle AWR reports like that. You have to use different tools for different activities. Look at here, how many even network level also you need to use the network level utility tools to do certain activities. So look at the tool list. You should have different tools to do certain activity. Traditionally that is a problem. You need to have minimum of 4 to 5 different tools to understand your application level data. Okay, that to think about it. 5 different tools. Is it possible to get one single person? No, no. In that case, you need minimum of 3 to 5 people to do this activity. I mean, skill set. 3 to 5 people to do this activity. But nowadays, it is not the case. Nowadays, it is not the case, because using this APM tool, you will get all the matrices. Okay, full stack, completely, right from the browser till the database. Everything can be monitored using the APM tool. Full stack monitoring. Your APM tool will be really useful to identify problem, and it is also going to give you a coordinated understanding. What is the coordinated understanding? Say the problem is there in browser, or the problem is there in application, problem is there in infrastructure, problem is there in database, like that. Coordinated understanding. It is easy to find where the problem is actually. It is easy to find where the problem is actually. Which layer the time consumption is actually high. That can be easily identified using this APM tool. Okay, so now I'm providing the recap. So what are APM tools? APM tools is nothing but application performance monitoring or application performance management. What are all the activities that can be performed in APM tool? Why we are actually using APM tool? Because traditionally we have different tools for different activities, and we need to have different skill set of people to do this activity. But right now it is not required, because if you have only the APM tool, application performance monitoring tool or management tool, you can achieve all these monitoring level data using a single tool. Using this single tool, you can achieve all these activities. I'll take a pause here. Any question, guys, still no? Yeah. So that is the reason everybody started learn. Yes, any
One
question?
question. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
So when we say that APM tools has a separate, area or separate information to show, what I say that even if it's application, we are getting certain metrics only, right?
Okay. Tell me,
So
you complete your question.
yeah, so those information are also like picking from a kind of like logs only. Why it's been difficult for any traditional monitoring solution to not analyze and pick those information, that I'm still like trying to figure it out.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Say like you are analyzing application level log, and then you are trying to get it. That is one part. What about DB? What will you do in DB? DB also you should analyze something, and then you need to get it. What about your infrastructure? You need to analyze and get it something. All these are bits and pieces, right? You can do certain activity in app layer. You can do certain activity in infrastructure layer. You can do certain activity in database layer. All these are unique and independent. Okay, but where will you get a single tool which will collect all these information? Through this APM tool only. Through this APM tool only, you are going to get all the information in the single tool. But whatever the thing that you are saying, right, it is all individual tool, individual capability. It is not coordinated capability. But here it is actually coordinated. You can get end-to-end response time. In that end-to-end response time, Yeah, is it something on the application? Is it something on the infrastructure? Is it something on the DB like that? You can segregate your data because this tool is having the capability to capture all the metrics and prepare a sequence of information. From there, you can find which layer took what time. That capability is available in this tool. But the one that you are telling, the application developer can check his own log. The DBA can check his own log. The infrastructure person can check his own log. But all the three things can be done by single person? No. That is the reason we are using this APM tool. Clear?
Yeah, it's clear, but can't we use a logging system which has a centralized way to get those all the information on a central platform and then
Do,
use?
do you think log alone will help you to find all the problems? Or reading the log is that easy you are thinking?
Mm, not that simple.
Yeah, that's one. Simple. So logging is done by person to person. Okay. And you will not understand everything by simply reading the log. Nobody will be that skilled to find this is what this log is actually telling. Okay. So what we are doing here, instead of you are reading these things, you are giving that responsibility to the tool. The tool is actually doing all the things and it is giving it in the readable format and it is all displayed on the screen. You are only reading it and you do not require that much of a highly skilled resources. I mean, reading the log and all, it's highly skilled things means. But using this APM tool, you don't require a highly skilled people because this tool is actually giving everything after analyzing the information. It is providing the information only in the readable format. You are not specifically spending time or you are not manipulating anything or you are not doing any kind of a additional activity. You are only doing what is there in the screen. You are going to check it. That is what these APM tools are capable of. Clear?
Yeah, clear. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Any further question? Yeah. So actually the APM term is actually nowadays very famous, guys. Okay, that is the reason the importance of learning APM tool is very critical. If you go, I mean, I don't know in this forum how many are currently searching for job. I'm not sure, but if you go and see any job description, okay, JD, any job description, if you see, definitely one APM tool and one performance testing tool will be there. Okay, so that is the reason. Yes, we wanted to upskill ourselves, cross skill ourselves, or we wanted to go to find a new career in our career ladder. Means yes, it is mandate that nowadays we have to learn this APM tool, and it is also going to give you a little more detailed thing whatever you are trying to do right now. What is the detailed thing? Say like I am a performance tester. I'm right now I'm performing a performance testing release activity. Maybe I'm doing load testing, endurance testing, volume testing, stress testing, like that. I'm doing different type of testing. Say I'm submitting my performance testing report to my customer, or in this current situation I'm submitting my performance testing report to my developer. Okay, so in that report there is a transaction which is actually a purchase transaction. That purchase transaction is actually taking 12 seconds. The purchase transaction is actually taking 12 seconds. I'm submitting that report to my stakeholder. What my developer will react? Anybody can say what my developer will react if I'm saying purchase transaction is actually taking 12 seconds. What my developer will react?
It is too high, so there is some problem that should be identified.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is the reaction from performance tester. That is a reaction from performance system. If you are giving this transaction is actually taking 12 seconds like that, if you are giving that to your stakeholder, I mean your developer, what developer's reaction?
He will ask for
First
the
of all,
reason.
he doesn't agree with that, because while he is testing his system as single user, he will find very less response time.
Sorry. Come again. What is that reason?
No. When he will say that first in his system he is getting very less response time because he's testing only with single user.
Yeah. True. That most of the developers will argue like this. They'll say, in my machine it is working fine. I will not accept this like that. Yes. Mostly a little more general response from the developers. What they will do if you are giving 12 seconds response time.
Yeah, see, we need to provide the reasons, right? It's not
Yeah.
just like a transaction is taking more time. So we need to analyze
Yeah.
from ourselves. So we need to give the maximum information that whatever we can get it.
Correct, Sri. You are correct. So you need to give the reason. You cannot generally, in a general term, you should not say purchase transaction is actually taking 12 seconds. They'll get angry. They'll say, boss, if I use stopwatch, I can easily say purchase transaction is actually taking 12 seconds. If I use stopwatch, I can easily say purchase transaction is actually taking 12 seconds. Why you are spending 1 month time? I mean, say like 1 week for requirement gathering, 3 weeks for scripting, 1 week for execution and reporting, and finally you are coming and saying purchase transaction is actually taking 12 seconds. Why you are spending 1 month to tell this? I know by using the stopwatch I can easily understand there is a lagging in my purchase transaction and it is actually taking 12 seconds. If you are giving a very general number, the developer will get angry only. And they'll ask you a specific reason where, at which layer this 12 second is actually happening. Is it happening in the DB layer? Is it happening in the app layer or what? That understanding you have to provide it to your developer, because what they will say, I have lakhs and lakhs of line of code available with me. If you are simply saying purchase transaction is actually taking 12 seconds, where will I go and fix it? Is it really on the front end? Is it really on the app layer? Is it really on the DB layer? Where will I find it? So they'll expect you need to provide a pointed solution instead of a generalized information. Okay, so that's where your APM tools are going to be very useful, because through the APM tool you can identify, is it time spending in browser layer, app layer, DB layer, like that you can easily identify it, and based on that you can provide your number to your stakeholder. Any question guys till now? Anybody have any question? Yeah. So yes.
Satish, I have, sorry, Saravanan, I have one small question. See, here
Yeah.
there is a concept called agent, right? Agent installing in the all the layers. Suppose for to measure the browser level metrics, so where do we really install this
HTML.
browser related agent?
HTML code.
HTML code in the actual WAR file?
Yeah.
Oh, oh, okay.
That is actually called as instrumentation. Code instrumentation.
Okay. Basically, yeah, they will have some jar or WAR files, right? For specific
Yeah.
web server, they might have some WAR file. In the WAR file, HTML specific related configuration, they may add this agent.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So now we have the understanding why these APM tools are actually used, and I also told you your performance testing tools are not providing browser level metric. So yes, your APM tools are actually providing browser level metrics. So that is also one of the key feature. And for performance, in order to find there is a problem in your performance, it is good that you know various layer of numbers. I mean, browser layer number, app layer number, DB layer number, like that. If you are getting That time only you can easily understand which team they have to start their work. So nowadays it's all blame game, guys. Okay, blame game. If you say there is a problem, nobody will take responsibility. Nobody will take responsibility. Somebody will say, no, no, it's not my problem. Somebody will say, no, 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 it's not my problem. Like that, people will do the blame game. But actually, if you are using this APM tool, it's really easy, because you can easily identify the problem is actually happening in browser. Yes, UI team has to work. The problem is actually happening in app layer. Yes, application developer has to work. If the problem is actually happening in the database query, okay, DBA person has to work like that. You can easily understand the problem statement, and you can easily assign the problem to the respective team. So that's a wonderful benefit of using these APM tools. So right now, yes, we have the understanding. These APM tools are layer by layer, it is actually providing the information. These APM tools are trying to identify where the problem is, how much of a time it is actually taking, or how much of a CPU, how much of a memory, how much of a garbage collection. Every bit of information you can get it using this APM tools, application performance monitoring or application performance management tools. And each tool you require a high skill. I mean, your profiling tool require a high skill, or your single using monitor tool, or your database profiling tool, like that. Each tool require a highly skilled resources. But I would say these APM tools, anybody can use it, because it is that user friendly. That user friendly tool these APM tools are, so that you can easily validate, I mean, the numbers, and then you can conclude, is there any problem? Where there is a problem, you will report it to the concerned team, concerned UI team, app team, or DB team. You are going to report it to them. That is a task that you are going to do it in the APM. Okay, so that is what we are going to do it in AppDynamics also. So yes, we are going to read and understand APM tool understanding, I mean AppDynamics tool level understanding in a detailed way. Okay, we'll move to the next topic. Why APM tools are important? Just now I mentioned, right, like I cannot hire 3 people or 5 people for a single activity, but I can use APM tools where I am going to get every bit of information in single tool itself, and also coordinated understanding. That is actually very important. Full stack monitoring. That is actually very important. So these APM tools are very important, because I'm getting a complete view of my application. Complete view of my application. As I mentioned, maybe I told you, right? LoadRunner is also giving certain metric, but it is not complete. But using this APM tool, you are going to get a complete number from a browser. You are launching, it is going to your app server, and then it is coming back from app server, or it is going to DB server as well, coming back from DB server, like that. Whatever you wanted to get it, that detailed information will be provided by these APM tools. Okay, detailed information will be provided by the APM tool. Any question, guys? So
We have a one question.
yes.
Siravanan, we have, see, this is a AppDynamics, right? So we do have a Dynatrace, right? So what is the main difference that you can say between these two tools?
See, on the functionality side, you will not find much of a difference, because both are doing the APM level activity only. Okay, there are
Yeah.
one or two small things would be different. Okay, small things in the sense, like there is a concept called baselining in AppDynamics. Okay, baseline. Okay, that similar thing is not available in your Dynatrace. Or you have a concept called war room. That war room capability is not available. And then you have your yes, you have your alerts and response. There we have a problem notification option. A slight difference only will be there, but a huge difference will not be there, because both are leading tool in the market who is actually doing APM level activity. Other than
So
that, I don't think
suppose
much of a Here it is actually a agent based one. There it is actually one agent. Everything is actually one agent. So like that, a small difference only will be there.
So
The
cost also will have more variation, or is more similar?
slight difference. Apm will have a little edge in the costing side.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thanks
Okay.
so much.
So who are all actually going to use this tool? Because most of the time there is a mind block with the people. It is only used by performance testers. Actually, it is not like that. Okay, it is not like only performance testers has to use it. No, developers can use this. Performance testers can use this. Performance engineers can use this. System support engineers can use this. Okay, so you don't go to the false assumption that it has to be only used by the performance testers alone. Anybody can use it provided what activity that they are doing. Okay, what activity that they are doing. Think like this: a performance tester who is actually performing unit testing. A performance tester who is actually doing unit testing. So in that environment, if you are having your AppDynamics agent configured, the newly developed code, how much of a time it is actually taking, how much of a resource it is actually consuming, like that, you can easily identify it. You can easily identify it, which means that yes, developers can use this APM tool during the unit testing phase. During the unit testing phase. Okay, so which means that we don't want to get into the false assumption that it has to be used by the performance testers alone. Developers can also use it based on the activity that they are performing. Right now, I gave the example. Yes, developer can use it during the unit testing phase. Unit testing phase, the environment where we are doing unit testing. In that environment, if we are enabling the APM agents, that time you can easily understand what is the problem with the newly developed code. The newly developed code may be having some response time related issue, or some CPU related issue, or some memory related issue. Yes, that newly developed code during the unit testing phase itself can be easily monitored, and we can identify the problem early in the life cycle. So that is the reason I'm saying yes, developer can use this APM tool. Developer can use this APM tool. Not only developer, I told you performance testers. Performance testers can use this tool. Okay. Performance testers, what they will do? Okay. They will do performance testing using load testing tool. I told you browser level matrices are provided by your APM tool. So the browser level matrices are coming up in APM tool and also your performance testing tool. So you can provide a combined report. You can provide a combined report. Which one? Which is actually going to tell you browser level data and also your server level data. So you can performance tester can use this APM tool for getting the browser level metric. One part. The other part is right now in the industry, most of the performance testers they are not actually doing infrastructure monitoring. I mean CPU utilization, memory utilization, disk utilization, and all. Right now, the performance testers they are not actually doing. So they can use this APM tool to identify the CPU utilization, memory utilization, disk utilization matrices, and all. So in that case, also it is actually useful for the performance testers. So not only developer, yes, even performance tester can use this APM. Okay, so I'll take a pass here. Any question, guys? Children?
So browser level, what kind of metrics that we can get it from these tools?
Each component request response level, your visually complete level, time to first byte level, DOM interactive level, all those browser level split up data will be available.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So guys, the first four topics would be your knowledge setting. I mean, it's all little theoretical only, the first four topics. And then during this topic, right, like application agent configuration, everything will be practical, guys. Okay, everything will be practical. We are going to learn each and everything in a practical manner. I will cover all the interview questions during the explanation of these agents so that you will learn things practical, and also you are preparing for your interviews. The interview questions also be discussed in the session. Okay. So right now we are covering the APM tools, why it is actually important. I told you for performance testers how it is actually used. For developers how it is actually used. Okay, so even the system support engineers mean what? Right now, I mean, now maybe traditionally if you take system support engineers, what they will do, they will sit in front of the machine 24 bar 7. They'll sit in front of the machine 24 bar 7, and then they will identify is there any problem in the server. If there is any problem in the server, they will report it to the respective team, alerting. Okay, they'll report it to the respective team. That was there in the traditional method. But right now, using these APM tools, you can configure the threshold value. If the current value reaches the threshold value, you will be automatically getting the notification. Okay, so that is also useful for the system support engineers because they don't want to sit in front of the machine for 24 bar 7. 24 bar 7, they don't want to sit in front of the machine. So APM tools are very much useful for the system support engineers as well. Okay, any question guys still now?
Yeah, we are good.
Yes. So next important thing is your AppDynamics introduction. Whatever the thing that we discussed till now, it is actually the general APM tool understanding. I mean, don't only focus on AppDynamics APM tool. Every APM tools are working in this similar way only. So right now we are going to focus on AppDynamics introduction part, which is actually Gartner Quadrant leading tool in the market, mature tool in the market, AppDynamics. Actually, in the mature tool list, you have AppDynamics, you have Dynatrace, and you have Datadog. Okay, these are the tools that are available. So yes, AppDynamics is a mature tool in the market, and you have wide range of agent compatibility, technology compatibility, which is actually available. So which means that unlike in other APM tools or open source APM tools, you will not have a complete compatibility with all the technology. But here in AppDynamics, you have a complete coverage so that you are going to use it for all the different technology, your application, organization application. So that is the reason everybody is actually interested to use these AppDynamics or Dynatrace APM tool because it is having a wide range of capabilities that are there. I mean, agent level monitoring capability, dashboarding capability, and then you have a related capability, analytical related capability, like that. You have different capabilities that are available, and that's the reason they are leading the market. That is the reason your AppDynamics is actually leading the market. In parallel to your Dynatrace APM tool, yes, AppDynamics tool is also having a wide range of agent support and wide range of technology support. Any question guys still now?
Do you have any fast track batch for this academics? Saravana?
Sorry, repeat your question.
No. Do we have any fast track batch where we can complete this course in maybe in 10-15 hours quickly?
No, we are going to do the session, right?
Okay, no, this is for 1 hour per day, right? For
Yes.
2-3 weeks. Okay.
Yeah. So see, in that case, if you wish, you can purchase the videos.
Oh, really? Okay. I will talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those who are interested to proceed with this course journey, this is, I mean, Kumar sir number 801995247. 801995247. Kumar sir number. Okay, you can reach out to Kumar sir for any further information. Anything related to course content, course timing, commercials, I mean pricing, everything you wanted to discuss, you can discuss with Kumar sir. 801995247. Okay, this is actually a weekday session, weekday, Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday holiday, every day 1 hour session. Okay, so yesterday and today it's kind of a evaluation session. So you guys are evaluating us. So I mean, from tomorrow, I mean, those who are enrolled will be part of the session. So please enroll yourself for this course journey because we don't want to miss anything. We don't want to miss any key concepts, key things. We don't want to miss it. So in order to get the continuity of this learning, try to enroll yourself. So reach out to Kumar sir for any further information. And all these videos are recorded, and we will be sharing the YouTube playlist URL on a daily basis. And you are going to get everything. You can watch the video even after the session completed. You can watch the video because all these videos you are going to have a lifetime access. So a lifetime access, even after completing your course, also you can watch these videos and then ask your question. So all these are available, and then all the artifacts, documents, softwares, everything we will share through Google Drive, so that you can download and then you can set all these tools in your local machine itself to learn it in a detailed way. Learn it in a detailed way. Okay. So we are going to cover all things in a practical way, and also during each and every session, I'm going to cover the interview questions as well, so that it is a combination of work because we are going to learn about this. We are also going to learn about interview related steps as well. Okay. Any question, guys?
Saravanan, suppose if I'm taking your own videos, so once I go through the videos, right? Suppose if I have any questions, so can I contact you or something?
You can reach out
Like
to
a
me. You can
message?
reach out to me.
Okay, my message. Oh, thanks so much.
Yeah. So those are interested to proceed with this course. Actually, the time slot is this time slot only, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Indian time, correspondingly in other locations. I mean, US location, UK, Australia, correspondingly in other locations. I mean, the 7 a.m. 8 a.m. is actually the Indian time slot. So as I mentioned, all these videos are recorded, and then you will be getting a playlist URL. All the artifacts will be sharing through Google Drive. And from tomorrow, actually the core concepts we are going to start it. I mean, your AppDynamics, your SaaS based model, on-premises model, all those things we are going to discuss from tomorrow. So don't want to miss anything. You reach out to
Yes.
Kumar sir for any further information.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Mani.
And I have a question. Yeah. Are you going to provide any study material?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. This artifacts, documents, softwares, everything will be shared through Google Drive.
So artifacts means are you giving any documentation or PowerPoints or what exactly?
Yeah, PDFs and PowerPoints.
PDFs and PowerPoints. Okay.
So
Sir, one question, like, is this AppDynamics is a licensed tool, no? It's a payment tool, and how we can go to practice work on our local machines?
we will create a SaaS based account, and then there is a 15 days learning license is there. So in that we will be using it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, thank you.
yeah, sure. So from tomorrow we will start our core concepts in AppDynamics. Please enroll yourself. I mean, so see, usually what they will do, they with the enrolled students, they will be sharing the links for the further session. So please don't miss the session if you wanted to get the continuous understanding about this APM tool, try to enroll yourself and then get the latest link. Okay. Thanks everyone for joining this day one session. Thanks everyone for giving me this.
Sharon, and one more question. Like after 15 days, the license will get expired. If I want to continue my work on AppDynamics, is there any way to work on it?
Yes, you can. The pro license will become light license. Still, you can work on it. No problem.
Okay then. Okay. We will explain all this process, like what is the license types, certifications available.
Everything we'll discuss.
Okay then. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge and experience with you people. We'll continue the same learning in the further sessions as well. I'll try to give you the real world examples, real world customer experience and everything. And with that, we'll try to along with that, we'll try to learn the interview related things as well. Okay. So thanks for joining and have a nice day. Bye bye.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.